Hello everybody, how's everybody doing today? I'm working on another video already. I have one already filmed about farming. My 10 acres behind the house, or 7.5 acres. I own 10 acres with the yard, but I have a farming video. I haven't got it edited yet, so I don't know which one of these will be up first because I don't know which one will be quicker to edit. But crisis strikes. I no longer have anything that moves on its own. I have great luck. The rear end just went out of my Tahoe. My son had hit a deer with my van previously that I haven't got all the parts to fix yet. And last fall, I blew up the motor of my pickup. I haven't got any of them fixed. I'm in crisis mode. I do have my son's car, but it needs tires put on it. And he needs it some too. So I'm here working in front of the garage trying to get a motor switched because I think it'll be the easiest, quickest, because with the wife's car I cannot put a rear end in the back of it, and I have my son's car, I cannot put a rear end in it. So I can't fix the Tahoe without borrowing stuff. Plus it's gonna be several $100s to just go buy the parts, let alone anything else I need to finish it. I think I have everything to get this motor and transmission switched. It shouldn't take a whole lot, except for some time. I did go buy some antifreeze and an oil filter because I know I have oil here for it, that I can use for it. And it should be just pull one out, drop the transmission transfer case out of this blue pickup, pull the big block 4-speed out of the black pickup, and switch them. I will have to do a hole in the floor for the shifter, but the transfer cases are the same, so that shouldn't be an issue. And then I will have to add the pedals, but I have them in the pickup. And while I'm at it, I may switch the steering column, because in this pickup I know the dimmer switch doesn't work, and I think the windshield wipers don't work, if I remember correctly. It's been a little bit, I'm going off memory. So I have a column that was actually for a standard transmission, so I can shove it in. Make it quick. I wanted to do the axles while I'm at it. I just don't have time. I got to get it going. I got to have something to drive. Oh, and we may be switching a fuel tank, because this has got the little bitty tank in it, and the gauge doesn't work on it. I have another tank, which is the standard tail, the big tank for the long box, and it worked. We'll hope it does anymore when we get it shoved in, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But I'm just going to show you the chaos that's going on over here. This motor's bad. It no longer runs. It locked up. It has to come out. So I used the tractor to push it up, which I bought tires for that yesterday, so that was expensive enough. I had my Jeep Cherokee in the driveway. I moved it so I had more room up here. It needs an alternator and some other work done to it, plus tires, so it's not done. The van has the deer damage. The Tahoe is broke. And then there's my son's car over there. So, yeah. So we've got this pickup to work on, which I have all the parts for it, because I have a running motor here with the manual transmission and the hydraulic clutch setup. I will have to drill a hole in the firewall for the clutch stuff to go through. The reservoir shouldn't be a big deal, but it's all bled and everything. All I should have to do is unhook it, and I should be able to leave it with the transmission. I've already got the headers off of it. I think all I have to do is pull, for this, I need to unhook the power steering, because this is for the Hydro Boost. I need to pull the motor mounts, the 6 bolts that go on the bell housing, pull the carb air cleaner, and I'm going to pull the distributor cap off because it'll make it a whole lot less stressful. And I'll probably pull the fan off the front because that'll make it a whole lot easier. And then 4 bolts drops the transmission transfer case on the ground, and I have to take the shifter off. So that should be everything to get this pickup tore apart. I do need to move my axles and my welder first, but my plan was to get this pulled out. And then where this is the automatic, this motor needs the 2 motor mount bolts pulled out. Is the only thing in it. I torched the exhaust off so I can get that off because we will probably completely undo it. I still have 1 line for the power steering pump to take off. The 2 motor mount bolts. This with the fan clutch on it, I think I'm just gonna pull it with it. And then I have to unhook the shifter, which that's pull a pin and push it up. I think I have all the wires unhooked down underneath it. And then I got the 4 mounts for the cross member, and it's gonna go down. And then I need to do the 4 bolts on the rear end. And I do have this blocked so it will not roll. And then this is out. So, yeah, pardon my disaster. I haven't had much time to clean because I haven't had much time to work here at the house. So, it is one of them things. I've got the antifreeze bought. I bought the oil filter for that. I bought something else. Oh, I bought a new set of fittings for my air hose so we can use air tools to finish tearing this apart because we're trying to make it go quick. I got the Jeep moved, I got the car moved, I got the van moved, I got my box blade moved, which is what I use to push against the pickup to get it pushed back. After we get that done, I will need to switch 2 tires on this pickup. But that's besides the point. That's the least of my worries. It'll still move with these crappy tires on. But I do have the other 2 tires, so it won't take much. And they're mounted on rims. The only thing I'm really waiting for is I need to get a chain or a plate to pull this motor. And it's just one of them things. I need to grab one. And then I think everything's ready. Oh, I might have to cut the transmission lines just because they're in the way and they're crappy and junk anyway. So I'll just cut them off the transmission, either with a pair of side cutters or a cut-off wheel or I don't know what for sure yet. We're gonna cut them off. We're not even gonna try to unbolt them. We're just gonna cut them. Everything else should be undone on this because we have the starter, fuel pump, distributor out of this, all of that fun stuff. It all should just come up. I just got to get the motor mounts off and the chain. We will probably use my Eldebrock carb that I had on this motor, the small block. I know it's probably not the best, but it'll get me by because I know it is good. The other one, it's a Rochester Quadrajet 4-barrel. They either work really good or they don't. And it worked, but it's been sitting for several years. I should probably try it because then I don't have to put the adapter on, but it is what it is. It'll be quick. So, oh, I know what I needed. I needed big block header gaskets. That was the one thing I forgot. I need that so I can put them on. And then we'll get that shoved in. And hopefully, yeah. I'll probably have to take the hoods off, both hoods off, so I got access to make it easier to pull them. Because otherwise, usually they won't go up all the way without hitting to get it up out. It's just between the top end of the cherry picker and the bottom of the pan. Usually there's not enough room. You hit the hood before you can get it up over the core support. I thought about pulling them apart, but that's more bolts. I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible. I wasn't going to film this because it is chaos, but we are finally going to get the square body worked on. It's going to end up with a big block 4-speed 205 transfer case, so it'll be a four-wheel drive still. I was just going to shove the big block in with the 700 R4. With 700 R4s aren't the best. I mean, this one's always worked well, but I hate to have to do it again right after. And then I gotta get a flywheel or flex plate for it. That one's already got the flywheel on it for the manual. I have all this stuff. I have the cross member for it because if I remember right, that one's not quite the same because it's the 1 ton. It should be a hair wider. So I have one I know will work. The mount will be the issue, but I should be able to make it work because I think I have a mount for it. So it's just a hurry up and get it done thing. It's gonna be a quick, I don't know how much I'm gonna get filmed, but I'm gonna attempt to because square body videos are always the best for me. I love square bodies. Plus, I'm excited to get the damn thing running because I love the truck. I gotta get it done. The goal right now is to get the motor and tranny transfer case shoved in this. Then I'll worry about the pedals and column later. And I'm trying to decide if I pull the hump out of the other pickup or if I just drill the hole in the floor in this one because it'll be quicker. Too many what ifs. It'll work. It's just one of them things. And then I might have to get the rubber boot. I don't remember if this pickup has one or not. But that's what I remember. I need to get my axles moved. I need to get some of this crap cleaned up between the two pickups so I have room to move the cherry picker. I am stalling to take the hoods off because it'll be a whole lot easier with another person. So if I wait till my son's home from school, that will be beneficial. So I'm going to work on cleaning stuff up in between. And who knows, I may work pretty late into the night. But if it gets dark, I'm probably not going to film. Because, one, I ain't got time for it. And two, it might not show up. Because I do have a light. I just don't know how well it'll show up. But this might be a 2 or 3 day project. And anything I need or show, I might just do a couple updates every day. I might get the tripod out and film some of the working. I don't know. If it's going good, I may film. If it's not going well, I don't want to edit all the swear words out. I've already talked for 13 minutes now, so I better get my butt back to work. Talk to you guys later.